Hey guys, my name's Tiny. I wanted to do a video review over the NEL snake coil that I have running on my AT Max. As you can tell, my AT Max is laying up here in the background. I've got it laying over my tool chest down on this trash can that I made into a depth test bucket. It goes from 4 inches all the way down to 18 inches. We're going to run some different coins, rings, pull tab stuff to give you an overall test on this coil and exactly what this little 3x6, coil's about that big, little 3x6 NEL coil. Is it worth buying? Is it worth buying to run on your Max or whatever? The two units I'll be making videos on different coils, guys, are going to be the Garrett AT Max and the Garrett Ace Apex. Those are my two units that I have. So those will be my videos that I'll be running different coils on and testing out different coils. Y'all can leave me a note or whatever on what coil you'd like to have me test. I've got some friends of mine up in Kansas at High Plains Prospectors that are going to send me some coils so I can get different tests. That way you don't have to spend your money and buy a coil if you don't think that coil's gonna do what you need it to do. I like these depth tests. I've seen a couple of videos with some guys that have them different buckets on their, testing different coils and everything, and I like that because I don't care for the air test. I'm new to detecting, but there's so much stuff, like you see a lot of them done in the houses where you got your electrical wires. Of course, I'm in my garage, so I've got electrical current here, but this is just a place where I want to set up and try to shoot a video for y'all guys to see if it's worth spending y'all's hard-earned money on buying a coil or sticking with your stock coils or trying out the big skillet coils or whatever they might be. Again, leave me in the comments if you like. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it if you want to. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do here, guys. I'm just going to test coils out on this trash can bucket here and give you an idea if that's something that you want to spend your money on different coils. So let's get after it. We'll start off with a clad quarter. I've got my coil right now sitting on the right side of the bucket. It's sort of making a little bit of chattery right now. Let me move it around. Hopefully it'll settle down. Again, my unit's running in 0 mode. Sensitivity is running all the way open. So we'll just run these different test targets through the box, and you let me know what you think about it. So let's get started, guys. Here's just a regular old clad quarter, and let's run it through the 4 inches and see what type of tone it gives off on the Garrett AT Max. Okay, it hit real good on the 4 inch. Let's move it over here to the 6 inch side. For some reason, my unit's been a little chattery. Try to let it settle down a little bit. All right, let's run it through the 6 inch hole and see what we hear. Okay, that's a good high tone. I think a lot of people would want to dig that tone. Let's hit it at 8 inches and see what we hear. You can hear it. It's tapering off a little bit, but you can hear the unit in the background picking it up good at 8 inches. I'll slide it over here to 10 inches, and let's see if we hear it at 10 inches. Now you can hear it chattering a little bit in the back. Would you dig it? I don't know. I like digging tones versus a VDI number. Let's move it back over to 8 inches. So 8 inches does pretty well on your standard clad quarter. Let's try some different deals here. Let's do the old buffalo nickel. On these Garrett models, you know, the buffalo nickels will hit a mid-tone on these detectors. So I've just got just a regular old buffalo nickel here. We'll start off, since I'm on the right side, we'll start off at 4 inches. You can hear that tone pretty good. Let's drop down to 8 inches since we're here. You know, that's a pretty diggable tone. Let's jump down to 12 and see what we hear. Guys, I'm not really hearing anything in the 12 inches. The noise you're hearing is just the chatter for my unit running up there. Let's try it at 10 inches and see if we can hit it at 10. Okay, I mean, that's a diggable tone. You heard it at 10 inches. Since we're over here now, let's hit the men's 14 karat gold ring. Let's start it off at 6 inches since we're on the left side of the bucket. You can hear that tone, loud tone. Let's go ahead. We'll jump down to 10 inches since we're on this side still. Okay, it's picking it up at 10. I think everybody would dig that tone at 10 inches. We'll drop down to 14 since we're over here. I doubt it's going to hit it, but there's absolutely nothing at 14 inches. Let's slide it over here. We know we heard it at 10. Let's try it over here at 12 inches, see if we can hit it at 12. I mean, there's a little bit of chatter. You know, I wouldn't say you would hit. You heard it at 10 inches, up 12 inches. That you're not gonna get any deeper than 10 inches on a 14 karat gold men's ring. Let's go to the old pull tab, guys. When you're out metal detecting, you're gonna dig a lot of these things. There's a lot of gold rings that hit in the pull tab numbers. On the Garrett AT, I've noticed, you know, I'll have pull tabs anywhere from 50 to 52. They run right about where a nickel runs. But a lot of people have found gold rings, you know, in those lower tones, you know, low 50s, you know, all the way up to, you know, 70s. But this is just a standard old pull tab here. We'll give it a run. Since we're on the right side of the bucket, we'll start off at 4 inches and let y'all hear the tone of a just standard pull tab on the Garrett AT Max with the NEL snake coil. Let's hear what we got. Okay, y'all guys heard that. That's a loud, audible tone, loud, audible, high tone there. Let's drop down to 8 inches. You know, that's still a diggable tone. You know, at 8 inches with this. Since we're still on this side, let's drop down to 12. And there's absolutely nothing at 12 inches. So I'll tell you what, let's move it over here to the left side of the bucket. Let's try to see if we can hit 10 inches. We heard it at 8 inches, so let's try it at 10 inches, see if we can get it at 10 inches. Again, it's just a regular old pull tab. I mean, it's a notable tone. It's definitely, you know, you would dig it. I would probably dig it. I dig a lot of tones. I don't necessarily dig on the off the VDI numbers, because y'all guys know, especially guys that have been doing this for a while, which I haven't been. I've only been doing this for, you know, about 4 months now. Love it. Fell in love with it. Got hooked. Found my first penny in my backyard when I got my first unit, and I absolutely fell in love with detecting. So I made this video for a simple reason. I don't care for air test videos, and I didn't see anything specifically talking about the NEL snake coil on a depth test. So I wanted to do a video over the NEL snake coil and make my own bucket and let y'all guys know whether or not you want to spend your hard-earned money on certain coils and all that good stuff. Again, here's a men's silver ring. This was the silver ring that I actually found probably about 3 weeks ago. I found it in a local park. It was my first silver to ever find. It actually fits me. So, you know, I thought that was pretty cool. I've yet to dig a silver coin, so I started off with a silver ring, and we'll run it through there and see what the silver ring hits up at. Since we're on the left side of the bucket, we'll just start off at 6 inches and go from there. You hear that good audible high tone? That's a good tone. You know, 6 inches deep on a 3x6 inch coil is you know, pretty impressive. And I've got my coil actually sitting on top of this row right here, the 6, 10, 14, and 18. So we'll try it out instead of moving it around, right? Because I'm afraid if I move it, you know, from 6 to 8 to 10, there's going to be a lot of chatter. So we'll drop down to 10 inches, see if we can hear it at 10 inches. Here we go. I mean, not really. You hear it. There's a little bit of tone, but you know, I don't think that coil would hit, you know, a silver ring at 10 inches. Let's move it over here. Move it over to the other side and let the unit sort of adjust. Let's go ahead and hit it at 8 inches. We know we heard it at 6. Let's try it at 8. As you can tell, you've got a tone there that you would probably dig that at 8 inches. It's a good, you know, for silver. It would go down, this coil would go down to about 8 inches for a silver ring. Our last test, guys, is going to be the silver dime. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just a I think 1947 Rosie. Since I'm on the right side of the bucket, we'll just start at the 4 inch and work our way down this side, and we'll see how long we can go to hear this old silver dime. The unit's sort of a little chattery in the background. I'm gonna wait till it stops up and quietens down a little bit. Okay, here we go. We're going to start it off. We'll go 4 inches where y'all can hear the silver dime right here. Here we go. You hear that loud high tone? That's a very good high tone for a silver dime. Let's drop down to 8 inches and see what we got. You know, you can hear it. You can hear it at 8 inches. Would you dig it? Yeah, I'll probably dig it, because, you know, I'll dig a lot of tones. I don't go off the numbers. If I'm out there scanning around and hear that tone, whether it's a high tone or a mid tone, whatever I'm out there chasing, you know, I'll dig it just because I heard that glimpse of a tone. So again, silver dime at 8 inches. I would dig that. Let's slide this over to 10. I know it's probably not going to hit 12, but we'll slide it over to 10. And for some reason, it's quieter over here on this side, so hopefully we can hear something at 10 inches. No, guys, I'm not picking it up at 10 inches. I picked it up at 8. Overall, the unit, the coil is a good coil. It's a small coil. You know, they say the smaller the coil is going to limit your depth. If you're going in trashy areas, it's probably a good coil to use. Again, I use it on my local parks. I use it at I live right down the street from a lake, and there's a lot of trash on the ground. Overall, the coil does good. I mean, we had several deals that picked up at 10 inches. We got the pull tab that came up at 10 inches. The gold ring hit at 10 inches. In fact, make sure that was it. And I think the buffalo nickel. Let's go do it again since we're here. Here's the gold ring. So you hear that tone? That would probably be a diggable tone. Let's do the old famous pull tab right here at 10 inches. That picked up, and I think it was the old buffalo nickel we got at 10 inches. Let's try the old buffalo again. So, you know, for this coil, for the price, guys, I think I paid $122 for that coil. I know it's not going to get down as deep. I knew I wasn't going to expect anything from the 12-inch to 14-inch range out of this particular coil being so small. I'm going to make a lot of videos on just your standard coils for your Garrett AT Max. And you're also your Garrett Ace Apex. I'm going to do a lot of videos on those two machines because those are the machines that I own. I've got some buddies of mine up in Kansas that they own and operate High Plains Prospectors up there, guys. And those guys that work there are totally awesome. I ordered this coil from them, and I never did receive my tracking number on my email, so I called the shop 2 days. I ordered it on a Sunday. I called him back on a Wednesday and talked to my buddy Justin up there at High Plains Prospectors, and I told him, I said, man, I don't even have a tracking number for that coil, and he looked into it and he couldn't find it either, and he immediately went in there, boxed up another NEL snake coil for my Garrett AT Max and sent it to me on a Wednesday. I got it on Friday that same week because I had a seeded hunt that following Saturday that I wanted to take that coil and try out that NEL snake coil. It did great. Guys, the customer service from those guys are spot on. It's 100%. I mean, they went above and beyond what they were supposed to do. I even asked them, I said, what do I do if the other coil shows up? They was just like, well, we'll send you a return to shipper deal with your second coil that we're going to send you. And lo and behold, I ended up getting the other coil the following Monday and sent the coil right back to them. I just put the sticker back on the box and returned that coil to them, and then called and, you know, just praised them that, you know, they did an awesome job. Customer satisfaction was, like I said, 100%. Those guys have a lot of different coils. They sell units. They sell all kinds of metal detecting gear. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it. If you want to share it, call my buddies over at High Plains Prospectors there in Kansas, and they'll gladly take care of y'all for any of your metal detecting needs. Again, they do go above and beyond what they're supposed to do. So thank you for watching this video and taking the time out of your day. Y'all guys have a blessed day, and check me out later for my other videos.